M48 Talon Survival Spear. This product is a modern spear from United Cutlery, and we thought it's gonna be cool to model this into Blender. So let's do it. I go to From View, and I'm going to add the reference, and I'm gonna scale this up, and let's go here and under the data and turn on the opacity and turn the opacity down a little like this, and I'm gonna move this to the center. Let's go closer. Also move this up like here. Then I'm going to move this back and turn on the selectable and turn off this so you can select this image. And then I'm going to add a plane and rotate this 90 degrees through x-axis and rescale. We are going to create this blank part first. So let's rescale this and reposition. I go to edit mode and select this edge and scale this. Then add edge loop by pressing Ctrl R and reposition this edge like so. And then I'm going to extrude this and continuing this. At the end, you can go closer and we're going to add two edges. And at the end, you can go here and press M and merge at center like so. And I'm going to scale this down a little like this and add an edge loop and select these two and join together. Now we need to do an inset for this inner part. So before that, I'm gonna select these, the double G to move this a little down here, also go up. You can select these, double G to move this down like so. Oops. And then select these faces. Press I for inset. Then we need to make these like a circle, but we need to add an edge loop to make this like a square for each part. And we are going to use the loop tool. So if you don't have that, go to edit, preferences, add-on, and search for loop tools and check this. And then after you selecting these faces, right click, loop tools, and circle. And I'm gonna scale this down a little like so, and also scale this through z-axis and put this here and select this one. And I'm gonna select these two and scale this down, and also these two, and then scale this up to follow this line. And let's go up. I'm gonna select these two, scale this down, and also these two. All right, here also we need to do a circle. So I'm gonna select these, double G to move this up. Also this, move up. Add an edge loop here, like so, and select these, right click, loop tools, and circle, scale this down, and move this up here. And then I'm gonna select these two and scale. Now we are going to extrude this inside the model. So I'm gonna select these and press E for extrude to y-axis, maybe like this. Okay, then I'm going to select this edge loop, and press N, and under the item mean bevel weight, turn this all the way up to 1. Under the modifier, I'm gonna add the bevel, the limit method to weight, and let's go closer and put these segments on 2, turn down the amount around here, And then I'm gonna add the subdivision surface, put this on 2. And under the advanced, I'm gonna put the boundary smooth to keep corners. And also you can shape smooth this. And I'm gonna turn off the edit mode for both. And let's put this on shade flats. And let's go to wireframe and continue. We're going to make this hole. To do that, also again, we need an edge here. And another edge here. And another one here. Also, we need inset. So select these. And do an inset by pressing I. Something like this. Oops. So be careful about this. I'm gonna put this here for now. And select these. And scale this to x-axis to move this around here. All right. Then I'm gonna select these faces, right click, loop tools, and circle. And we need to put this on individual origin. And let's scale them down like so. All right. Then I'm gonna select this vertices and move this to x-axis. Hold Control, hover your mouse over this vertex to snap. Also this one like this. Also we can move this down a little. So if I select these and extrude this inside and delete the faces and then select this edge loop and add the mean bevel weight and then go to object mode. Here is the result. We need to do the same thing to the other parts. So let's go here. Can snap through this bottom part. Let's do this again to see this better. If you extrude this inside, you can hold Control and snap this through here while you're moving through y-axis. All right, then we need to delete this and move this more inside. So let's click both and move this. Let's continue. And then we need to adjust these vertices. Then this is a little different. I'm going to select this, extrude this inside a little, and then go back and select these vertices and move this back like so, maybe like this. And then we have something like this. But before that, we need to add mean bevel weight to this loop. Something like this. And the last one, which is this one, I'm gonna add an edge loop. Here, here, and here. And then select these faces and make a circle and maybe a little rotation. Scale this to x-axis and y-axis. Like so. All right, maybe these two as well, and then select these, a little extrusion inside, and then select this vertex and move like so. Maybe we can select these and snap here, then select these edges and mean bevel weights, and here we go. So we can continue and create this outside, but before that I'm gonna delete some of these edges which we don't need them. So select these and dissolve, And now let's select these vertex, hold Control and select this one to select them all. And press E for extrude and move this around here, maybe. And then let's go here and select this one, move this up and snap here through X axis. And we need to adjust some of these vertices. So select this to the inside, and we can hold Control and snap here. Move this down here, hold Control, snap here, and this one. And here we go. And now we can again select these vertices, go to the side view and move this down a little to the inside, maybe around here. All right, we can select these edges, also this one and these two, and mean bevel weights all the way up to 1. And you have something like this. We can copy the left side to the right side. We will do this in a moment, but before that I want to continue and create the bottom part of the model. So let's continue and select these two and extrude this down, scale this down to X axis. So at this moment, we need to do a curve here, and we need to continue this shape through like here. Let me show you the reference. So here we have a bunch of reference images. Let's go here. As you can see, here we are going to continue this part through here. And also we need to add a curve here. And let's see another reference to see this better. So here we can see that this is going to go down inside and the width is going to change. So let's go back to our model. So let's continue and select these edges and move this down here, maybe from here, and scale this down through X axis. Another one, scale. I think here is okay. So let's save this. And now we are going to make a cut through here. So I'm going to select the knife tool and start from here, something like this, and hit enter. And now we're going to justify some of these vertices. So join these two together and maybe select these two and press J to join. And maybe select this one, move this up and snap here. And I think now we can delete the right side. So press 3 for poly and select these polygons, these faces. All right, then X and delete faces. Next thing I'm going to do is selecting these edges. Press S, X, and 0 to flatten this through X axis. I'm gonna leave this for now and continue the modeling. I'm gonna select these faces. All right, then let's move this to y-axis, maybe through here, not sure, maybe here is okay. All right, then I'm gonna delete these faces. So select these, hold Control, select X and faces like so. Then we need to make this, select these edges and add bevel weights. All right, something like this. Also, we can adjust these vertices. Also, as you can see here, we have sharp edges. Instead of selecting these and adding bevel here, like so, we can do another thing, which is selecting these edges. Okay, not this one. And also not these. Right? And we are going to extrude this until here. So E through y-axis and hold Control, snap here. Like so. And also we need to select these two and press F to make a face. And next thing, we are going to select these edges. Okay. And also these two for those sharp edges that we were talking about. And mean bevel weights. So here is the sharp edge. And here we have a problem. And also we need to select these and move them back as well. So press, oops, also these. And we're gonna move this and to y-axis and hold control and stop here. And as you probably know, we have two vertices overlapping. So go to wireframe, select these two, M, and add center to remove the doubles. Don't worry about this. We are going to solve this later. Also, we are going to select this one and mean bevel weight like this. Also, I'm going to add an edge loop here. So Control R and move the edge around here. Okay. And also we can move this out a little like so and add mean bevel weight to this to get something like this. And also we can reposition some of these vertices. So select this one, double G to move this out like so. And also this one, double G, move this up. Okay, now I'm gonna copy the left side to the right side. So I'm gonna select all and go to mesh, symmetrize, and minus X to X. So because here is minus X and we're gonna move this to the X. But we have a problem. If we go closer, here you see a gap because the origin is here and the model is finished a little back. Of course, you can move the origin to your edges, but I'm gonna do the opposite and move the edges to the origin. Okay, to do that, we need to select all the edges. So let's go back, hold Alt and select these, and hold Shift and Alt and select the rest. So if I go closer, we need to change the snap from vertex to increment. And if you press G and move through X-axis and hold Control, it's not going to snap exactly where your origin is. To fix this, we need to turn on the absolute grid snap. Now, if I move this to X-axis and holding Control, it's gonna snap through this grid. So I'm gonna snap it here and click to move this to here. Now, if I select all, go to mesh, symmetrize, and it's going to fix this. I made a mistake about this part because we need to move this around here, push this around here. Sorry about that. To fix this, we need to add an edge loop, goes all the way around the model, and we don't need this one. So select these two, M and Atlas to join, and also to the other side. And then select these edge loop, press X and dissolve edges. Okay, and then select these faces, extrude this to y-axis and hold Control snap here. You need to put the snap to vertex. Then I'm going to delete these faces, dissolve, and also these again, dissolve. We need to press 1A, M, and by distance to remove doubles. We are going to add bevel. So select these two, this one, and also this one, and this, and these edges, and mean bevel weights. Here we go. Also these two, like so. But if I go closer, we have a problem. Maybe we can select this one and add the bevel weight as well, and I think we fixed the problem. Also, let's increase the thickness of this. I'm going to select these edges Okay, and move this back as well, maybe around here. Also, we need to deselect these and moving these back like so. And now we can copy the front side to the back. Of course, we can use the mirror modifier, but I'm going to use the symmetrize. So to do this, we need to put this origin to the edges through here. So go to edit mode and select these edges and Shift S cursor to select it. All right. And then go to object mode, select the object, right click, set the origin to 3D cursor. Then I'm going to select all, go to mesh, symmetrize, and here we need to put the -y to y. So here, -y to y doesn't work because we need to apply the rotation. So let's go back, go to object mode, Control A and apply the rotation. So now if I go back to edit mode, select all, go to mesh, symmetrize, and -y to y is going to work. Right now, I think the thickness is too much. So I'm going to select all, S and Y to scale down a little through Y-axis. I'm going to apply the scale and we need to add bevel to this edges as well. So increase the mean bevel weight all the way up to 1. Maybe we can select these and turn off the mean bevel weight to these because I think that's not necessary, and here this is a better result. Next thing, we need to fix these and reach them together. So I'm going to select these and you can press Ctrl E for options for the edge and bridge edge loop to bridge them together. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And also you can delete these edges. We don't need them. Now we are going to create the handle. So I'm gonna make this segment and copy this 4 times probably. So add a cylinder with 32 segments and put the cap on nothing and move this down here. Okay, let's go to edit mode and scale this down through Z-axis, something around here, and add edge loops like this, and then select these segments, turn on the proportional editing and move this through X-axis like so. If you scroll up your mouse, you can decrease the size. If you scroll down, you can increase the size of this proportional editing. All right, something around here. And also I'm gonna add a bevel for this like so. And also I'm going to go back to object mode, Ctrl 2 to add a subdivision surface modifier with 2 levels, and turn off the edit mode and go to edit mode, select this one, add another bevel, 2 segments, something like this. Select this one, move this out. Okay, and we select these 2, move this inside, something around here. Okay, and then go here and under the object mode, scale this to Y-axis. Let's go put this here to see the proportion. So I think here is okay. So let's put this here and Shift D, make a copy, or maybe I'm gonna put this here and select these 2, go to edit mode, select both of this and scale this to X-axis. Let's turn off the proportional editing and scale this to Z-axis and press 0 and hit enter. And this one, move this, stop this here, and then I'm going to select this one, go to edit mode and delete the bottom half and delete these faces. Okay, then select these edges and Shift S cursor to select it, go to object mode, right click, set the origin to 3D cursor, and then again go back to edit mode, select all, go to mesh, symmetrize, and +Z to -Z, something like this. And then go back to object mode, make copy, Shift D, and move this, hold Control and snap here. So I'm gonna move this another time, Shift D to Z axis, move this to Z axis, hold Control and snap here. Put this reference under this one to see the proportion and create this. To do that, turn on the selectable for this. I'm gonna move this back, make a copy, Shift D, scale this up to match our model. Maybe turn off the other one. So let's continue and make the last one, which is this. And probably we need to copy to the other side. So I'm gonna select this edge and this one. And again, Shift S, cursor to selected, go back to object mode, right click, set the origin to 3D cursor. And again, tab into edit mode, select all and mesh, symmetrize, and this time -X to X. And here we go. All right. And shade this, smooth this. Okay, and then we need to, so let's select these, Ctrl J to make this as one object. Go to edit mode, press 1, A, M, and by distance to remove doubles. Also select these two and Ctrl J to make this as one object, and select these two edge loops, Ctrl E, reach edge loop, and then select these edge loops and E and extrude through Z axis around here, and then go down like so. We're going to add some edge loops, probably 8. We're going to select these, Ctrl B for one segment, go to base mode and right click, extrude faces along normals and something around here. And then we can select these edges and increase the mean bevel weight to 1. I'm going to add the bevel, put this above subdivision surface, limit method to weight these segments on 2, and decrease the amount, something around here, probably. Okay, let's go to edit mode and we need to copy this. Shift D, make copy, and G, move up, hold Control to snap here. Okay, select all, M, and by distance. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing here. And then select this one, E, and another extrude, scale down, and then press F, I, collapse, and then select these two and mean bevel weight. Okay, now let's turn off this new reference and turn on the last one and disable the selection. Okay, let's get closer, and now we are going to make this one, this part, which is a little tricky. Okay, let's go to edit mode and select these edges, move this down a little, maybe around here. Let's go to the side view. I'm gonna select these edges and extrude this a little up, maybe around here. Okay, and I'm gonna select these vertices and move this to y-axis and snap here. Okay, and also select these and move this out a little, and also these vertices. Okay, and let's go to front view, select these, scale this to x-axis a little, like here, and then select these as well and scale to x-axis like so. And I'm going to extrude this to the top, follow this shape. and then extrude around here. And then I'm gonna select this one and hide this, and select these object, go to edit mode, and I'm going to select these vertices and scale this down. Looks like the right side is not going to match. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna continue with the left side. Now I'm gonna pick the knife tool. Let's go to wireframe, pick your knife tool, and I'm gonna do a cut like this. Okay, then I'm gonna delete these faces and select these, go to mesh, symmetrize to make copy, and then select these faces and extrude like so. Let's bring back the other shapes and select this one, go to edit mode, select these vertices and scale them down to y-axis, something around here. Okay, we can select these as well, scale down like so. All right, then select this one, like these vertices, and scale through here, so maybe these as well. Scale down. Let's join these two together, and also these two. Also, we can select these two as well and join them together, and then delete these edge loop. And also I'm gonna join these two together as well. Also to the other side, and select this one, move this down here, and also like these faces, move this out, and then select these two edges and also these two, and do bevel, one segment bevel like this, and then join these two together, and then select these two and press J to join. So here we have a bevel, and make this sharper, or we can double G to move this around here. Let's do this for this one as well. So double G and move this down like so. Maybe we can move this down as well, or we can join this here. And also I'm going to select these, and because I think it's a little sharp, so I'm gonna select these and double G and move them down. Oh, that's too much. And double G, move this around here, and I think that is better. So another thing we are going to do is isolate this and select these and extrude this to the inside, and also select these edges, E, and right click to cancel and scale this down something around here. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm gonna select these two and join. So this one, snap here, and then I'm gonna select this one, do a bevel, one segment a little like this, and like these two and join, and also this one like this. Maybe we can select these two and join together, and then I'm going to select these edges and do a bevel weight, and go to wireframe and select these and press S Y and 0 to flatten this, and move this around here and snap. And also again select these, and also this one, and scale through y-axis and press 0 to flatten, and also a snap here. Also we can select these and do the same thing. Alright, now we need to symmetrize, so I'm gonna select these faces and delete them, and select these and mesh symmetrize, and also press 1 A M and collapse, sorry, by distance. And also we need to join these together. All right, and again we can delete these faces. Okay, and then select these and go to mesh symmetrize and -y to y, and again select 1 A M and by distance, and also here let's join these together. All right, that's not perfect, but I think it's okay. So maybe here we can select these and scale this to y-axis, and also select these vertices and move this closer to this object. Select these vertices and move this here, and select this one and move this back. All right, I'm not happy with the proportion. I think it's so thick. So I'm gonna select this and scale this to y-axis, maybe around here. Okay, and then apply the scale. Then also I'm gonna go to edit mode, and then I'm going to select these vertices and scale this to y-axis as well, and then select the grip, go to edit mode and select these vertices, and you can turn off the modifier for now and scale this to y-axis like this, and then turn on the modifiers. And also we can delete these edges, and I think we don't need them. And the last thing is this kind of screws. So I'm gonna change the reference, turn off this one and turn on the last one. Okay, and like this object, this one, go to edit mode, and I'm gonna select these vertices, double G to move this down. Let's turn off the subdivision surface, and I'm gonna add an edge loop here like so, and then I'm gonna select these faces and right click, loop tools and circle, and you can change the angle and also the radius. Scale this down like this. Then we can extrude inside and delete the faces, and then we can select these edges and mean middle weight, and here we go. Also we can join this here, and also I'm going to do the same thing here. For this one I'm gonna select these faces, actually these, and then right click, loop tools and circle, And we can move this up a little, like so, and extrude inside, delete the faces, and select these edges, mean bevel weight, and here we go. And let's select these reference, and let's go here. I'm going to add an edge loop here, and maybe another one here, and then select these, and again loop tools and circle, move this up a little, and let's before that add another edge loop here to support this edge. So select these, loop tools and circle, move this up a little, and extrude inside, delete, and select these edges, mean bevel weight, and here we go. Now let's go to isolate mode for this one, and go to edit mode. I'm going to select these faces, and Control I and hide, and then select these half of the model, and delete this, and again select all, mesh, symmetrize, and here we go, and then Alt H to unhide the rest, and also we need to select these and symmetrize as well, and here we go. And for these screws, I'm gonna add a cylinder with 12 vertices, and rotate this 90 degrees, scale this down, and put this here. Go to edit mode and delete these vertices. Select all the vertices, go to select and check your deselect, scale this down, select all, press E, skip, and S for a scale, and shift Alt S, and move your mouse all the way up to 1 to make a circle. Select all, scale this down, maybe around here, and scale this up, extrude inside, press E, skip, S for scale, and again another extrude through Y-axis, and again E, skip, and S for scale, and extrude inside, and then select these, star, extrude inside the model, and then press F for filling this, and I, M, and collapse, and then select these edges, and also hold Ctrl, Alt, and Shift, and select here to select these edges as well, and mean bevel weight all the way up to 1, and then select this one and select the grip, Ctrl L, copy modifier. So here also I'm gonna go to bevel, geometry, and put the meter outer to arc, and shade smooth, and let's reposition this, then make a copy, put this here, and another one, copy, and select both, put the pivot to individual origin, and scale this up like so. And also we can join these together, Ctrl J, and I'm going to add a mirror modifier and put this grip as mirror object, and put the axis on Y, and here we go. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.